Hi, I'm Anthony Kittel, Managing Director and Owner of REDARC Electronics. Today we have Clay and Rachelle Croft all the way here in SEMA, Las Vegas. So great to see you both. Great to meet you finally.
Nice to meet you too.
Great to
After
meet
all this
you.
time, yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
And yeah, I'd love to, I know what an awesome job you do in the overlanding space. I want to go back though, how did you get involved? And I guess what was the inspiration? And you're both doing it together. So there's not many husband and wife teams survive in this industry, working together all day, every day. So tell us, how does this happen?
I had just come back from a big documentary trip into Africa, and a bunch of our work that, as a cinematographer, had kind of fallen through.
2010.
In 2010.
Yep.
And was walking back into the house, just wondering, what in the world am I going to do? And I looked in the garage right before I turned the light off, and there was two overland off-road vehicles there. It was a Tacoma and a Land Cruiser. Okay. And I said, maybe we could shoot a show on traveling the world. We got nothing else to lose.
Yeah.
And so we went for it. And that was 10 years ago. No, 12 years ago.
12 years ago, yeah.
And so every year we just kept at it, decided what we wanted to do and go see the world and build different trucks. And that was a hobby of mine. Okay. I love building vehicles. I love off-roading and doing and camping. So the overland space was a great place to tell stories, which I love, and to build vehicles and travel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, we always wanted to inspire other people to go see the world and to travel, because we firmly believe that once you go out and you travel and you experience things, it makes you a better person. You learn something about another culture, and it's just a win-win.
Yeah, cool.
So,
And what is it about the travel that inspires you, I guess, gets you out of bed every morning? What are the feelings that you have, or the experiences?
There's a classic quote that adventure introduces a man to himself.
Oh, nice.
And it's that if you have curiosity and you have the desire to go and see who you are through challenges and to keep an open mind and see how other people do things, travel and problem solving becomes addicting.
Yeah.
Like you got to keep doing it.
Gotta like the challenge.
Yeah. And you come back and you have confidence in yourself, and you've done something and you've improved yourself.
Nice.
So that's really for me, and as we talk, and the inspiration behind why we do all of this. And we really think that if other people do that, big picture, it'll
better world.
make a better world.
Yeah.
And just interacting with other cultures as whether you're in Africa or South America, wherever you are in the world, you're going into their house.
Yeah, nice.
You're learning how they do things and why they do things, and you learn, like Clay said, you just learn so much about yourself when you're in those experiences and you're out of your comfort zone. It can be a little stressful, and it forces you to kind of step out of your comfort zone and learn new things. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
So roll the clock forward 12 years on
Yeah.
from where you started working on those two vehicles and decided chips in, we're just going to go for it, nothing to lose. Tell us, I guess, describe that picture today, and any regrets, any things that you change, or where you see things.
We've certainly learned a lot. We've learned how to run business. Businesses, we're still learning. That's an
Always
ongoing
learning.
process.
Yeah.
We've learned a lot about leadership. There's certainly things that I would change looking back, knowing what I know now. But I don't have any regrets though, because we were always giving it our 110% effort to do the best thing we knew how to do at the time. So, and we still are trying to do that. I hope we will never stop doing that.
Always learning.
So and it's allowed us to grow the business so that we can continue to work towards our biggest dreams, traveling around the world and making the best movies we can possibly make.
Beautiful. Okay. And I guess this industry's grown, and I look out here at this floor today, all the overlanding companies, and in Australia, I guess we've sort of been doing this for quite a while, and I'm sure you have here as well, but now you come together as an industry. So how do you see the industry looking forward, and I guess how did REDARC come into your world?
Sure. Well, the REDARC came into our world because the industry was growing here. 10 years ago, this whole floor didn't exist.
This whole building.
This whole building didn't exist. And now here we are doing all together with our own building, pretty much, to talk about off-road and touring and overlanding. REDARC came on the scene with us because as we were out and developing and trying to make better and better trucks through the last 10 years, electrical systems were one of our biggest Achilles heels. We're always having power issues, battery issues, because we run so much production equipment, and drones, and you name it. So when we started to work with you guys and integrating your systems, all of that went away. And I tell everybody that. It's not like that's not a sales pitch or anything. Like, no, this solved problems and has never failed us to this day.
That's great.
So
that makes me happy to hear that.
Well, yeah.
And we test
Tells
them
me
pretty
we're doing
hard.
our job.
We run it pretty hard for sure. Yeah.
You're doing your job. So that's how
Excellent.
REDARC came onto the scene with XO.
Okay.
And we've been working now with REDARC since 2017.
Yes. So last 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah. Cool.
And it's been a great 5 years of even more innovation, more and more, all the time, which is awesome.
So I'm keen to hear about your latest trip. Tell us about
Yeah.
what you've done and what's happening next.
Sounds good. So we just drove about, I think we figured out it was about 8,000 miles. We shipped our trucks from North America to Belgium.
Wow.
Drove all the way up to Nordkap, so
Yes.
Norway, Sweden, Finland, as far as north, Nordkap, all the way back down. Ferried the trucks to the Faroe Islands and then on to Iceland.
Oh, wow.
And filmed 10 episodes of that adventure.
Wow.
Season
How
5.
good's Faroe Islands and Iceland? I love that area.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's a special
and
place.
there's some crazy trucks over there.
We went from being
Austria.
like small little
Yeah.
trucks in Norway and Sweden, and then we went to Iceland, and all of a sudden we had the smallest truck.
Yeah.
We
We were the biggest
We were
trucks
the biggest
over
in Norway.
Yeah.
And then we went to the smallest truck in
Yeah.
Iceland.
It was amazing.
It was cool.
They all came back,
Yeah.
they're like, we need 44s.
We need
We need bigger tires.
46s
And
on
what-
everything.
What was your reaction from the people you met on the trip about your vehicle and your experience?
It was cool because we build vehicles different than they do in Iceland, because they build for their purpose of mostly snow and flotation.
Yes.
And we build it for touring, traveling long distance.
Sure.
So we were comparing notes on all kinds of stuff. It was really fun.
Yeah. It was awesome in Norway. People just love the trucks because in Europe they don't have the Tacoma, they don't have the Tundra.
Yeah.
And those were two of the trucks we had over there. So, and the 4Runner. They don't have the 4Runner either.
Yeah.
So everywhere we went, people were just like, "What are these vehicles?" And they were so excited to see them. They just and then they couldn't believe they were from Montana.
Excellent.
On top of that.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's cool. And what's next? What's the next year hold? 2023.
We're working on that. We haven't officially announced anything.
Okay.
Yep.
Keeping it on the
There's,
down
The
low.
new
It's
Sequoia
close.
might be a hint.
Yeah, the new
Okay.
Sequoia.
Yeah. To where we're going next.
But yeah, we're sticking with big international travel. That's our passion.
Okay.
And then we've got a bunch of other small stuff here in the U.S. that we're working on too. And so there's a lot coming down the line.
Yeah.
Stay
Cool.
tuned.
So I just want to say thanks for what you do for this industry and the exposure that you bring the industry. I think companies like ours wouldn't be successful without people like you paving the way and I guess showing the art of the possible, which is great. So on behalf of REDARC to Rachelle and Clay, thank you, and we'll look forward to seeing what you do next, and however we can support you, we'd love to do so.
Thank you, and thank you
Thank
for
you
your
so much.
support. It's making what we do possible.
You're
Oh my
welcome.
gosh, yes.
We'll see you in
Thank
Australia
you.
soon.
Yes.
Yes.
I would love that.
Done.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rachelle.
Thank you.
Thanks, Clay.
Yep.
Good to
Thank
see
you.
you.